Like I explained to you that natural resources are those resources which occur in nature, and these resources can be of two types: renewable and non-renewable. So, the renewable resources are, like I told you, the dead parts of the plants and animals, the fruit and vegetable peels, the cloth and so on. These are the renewable resources, while the non-renewable resources are like, say, metal, glass, plastic and so on. Our major concern is the non-renewable resources like metals, because we are constantly using them. In fact, even many of the renewable resources are becoming less available because of overconsumption. So, what to do? Are we helpless? No, we are not. If we change our attitude, if we change our living habits, we can still manage the resources. There is a mantra to this, and the Guru mantra is just 3 points. The first point is reduce. What do we reduce? Our consumption. We have to be particular that we must switch off lights and fans or other electric gadgets when not in use. We must reduce the usage of our vehicles. We can use public transport, or even if we are going in our personal vehicles, there can be a carpool. So, like this, you see, now the attitude sometimes is that if I can afford, then why not? Probably individuals can, but we as a generation cannot, because otherwise what we will hand over to our next generation will be a sick earth. So, reduce. Second is recycle. You see, many of the things can be recycled. Plastic can be collected, recycled, and may not be very good quality, but some kind of plastic can be made. Even paper can be recycled. So, many of the things can be recycled. However, as these substances like glass and plastic, they cannot degrade, we have to change their form with the help of heat and pressure. Now, that is another problem. If you are going to burn plastic, it is going to produce lot of harmful gases. So, recycling, though a good method, but is not foolproof. Better than recycle is also reuse. And you see, our Indian mentality or Indian economy has always been based on these three things. We as a country have never wasted. We do not believe in waste. We say that food is like God. What does that mean? That does not mean that you have to do puja. That only means this should not be wasted. We do not believe in wasting. So, whatever extra food is there, we would rather give it to some animal or to some other person if it is not spoiled, and we will not let it waste. We are very careful about our electricity bills, about our other economic pressures. So, we do not waste. So, reduction also means no waste. The judicious use, I would also like to call it judicious use. Then we certainly believe in reuse. Now the trend is reducing, but few years back, elder brother or sister's clothes would be reused by the younger ones. I still have my mother's shawls and saris which I reuse. We can even change their form. Some of the substances like, say, butter, cheese, jam or jelly that comes in bottles, what do we do with those bottles? We clean them and use them for storing. Now, that is reuse and the right way of doing. You must be getting gifts, they are beautiful wrappers. Why be in a hurry to tear it? Open it carefully and then preserve it. Maybe next time you can use it. You can make bags out of newspaper, you can make even your pencil stand out of some old can. Everything can be reused and in a very creative and beautiful fashion, and that will help us manage our natural resources. So, do not be ashamed of using old things. antique is in and it's very considered very valuable. Why go to market and buy those antiques when there are things available at home? Your mothers, your grandmother, or maybe even great grandmothers, some of the things are still there and they can be very easily used.